What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, and today I'm going to be discussing the end of Attack on Titan and the new Titans that will be popping up in the 4th season. Attack on Titan was one of the first anime we covered on the channel, and it's crazy to think that the final season is almost here. If you enjoy seeing Attack on Titan videos on this channel and want to keep them coming, the best thing you can do is smash that like button and share this video. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future Attack on Titan videos. Keep in mind we have a huge Attack on Titan playlist that you can check out where we discuss all 9 Titans, the Ackermans, the complete history of Attack on Titan, and so much more. Link to that is in the description. There will be manga spoilers in this video. Now without further ado, let's jump into the final season. So in this video, since we got the trailer of the final season, I want to go over it as someone who is caught up with the manga, give my thoughts about it, and discuss what's actually happening in these scenes for those who want to know or just want a refresher. We start the trailer with Falco looking at a bird flying across the air. This is happening on the continent rather than on the isolated island where most of the Attack on Titan story has taken place so far. Birds, and especially big birds like eagles, are associated with freedom, a recurring theme in Attack on Titan, where the Attack Titan's whole purpose seems to be to keep moving forward towards freedom. The world of Attack on Titan feels like a very claustrophobic one. People start out trapped in walls, surrounded by titans, and then when they finally got to sea last season and they're supposed to be able to appreciate their freedom, they can't because now they know they're surrounded beyond the sea by a world of enemies. It seems like every time the old enemy is defeated, a new one pops up. That definitely seems to be the case from the perspective of our main characters, Eren, Mikasa, Armin, and the rest. The next season will probably start out from the Marleyan perspective. Remember that Reiner, Zeke Yeager, and the other Titan shifters that invaded the island are actually Marleyan warriors. Biologically, they are Eldians, like the majority of the island. The Marleyans use them because only Eldians can use the power of the Titans. So Falco is one of these up-and-coming Marleyan warriors of Eldian heritage. You can tell he's Eldian by the armband he's forced to wear on his left arm. Clearly, he too is reaching out for the bird, reaching out for freedom. He wants to escape, and like Eren, this enemy on the Marleyan side also feels trapped. This is going to be a major theme in the upcoming season, showing how both sides are human, both sides are fighting for their loved ones, and both sides are fighting for freedom. And each side thinks that they can't be free until they defeat the other. But the question remains, when will it ever end? Can it ever end? We saw in previous seasons that even among the Eldians on the island, there was inner conflict. So will defeating the Marleyans lead to peace, or will a new internal threat just pop up again? These aren't easy questions, but they're questions that Attack on Titan forces us to think about. As the trailer goes on, we see that Falco is on a battlefield, where even without the island Eldians, a war is raging between a walled city and the Marleyan invaders. It's clearly getting much more complicated since the days when humanity was supposed to be the good guy and Titans were supposed to be the bad guys. And I know some people don't like the shift in focus from Titans being the main enemy, but I personally thought the Bruce Willis level twist in the basement was amazing and arguably the best twist that I've seen in all of anime. We're then told that time draws near until the next warrior is chosen to inherit the armored Titan, Reiner's Titan. We're shown the kids that are up for the running, who include Reiner's own little cousin Gabby, one of the most hated characters in Attack on Titan, but she behaves exactly like Eren did when he was a kid. No one has yet to inherit Reiner's Titan from him in the manga, but Reiner definitely never wanted Gabby to have it. While she is pretty brainwashed in the beginning and thinks it would be a good thing, Reiner has been disillusioned after everything he experienced. He knows the horrible fate that awaits warriors, including Ymir's curse, which means that people can't live longer than 13 years with shifter powers. If you look at Gabby in this trailer, her eyes are bright and hopeful. She really thinks at this point that by being the best Marleyan warrior she could be, she could make a better world for herself, her family, and the other non-island Eldians. We see Zeke and Reiner post-time skip. Reiner is 21 years old and Zeke is 29 years old. And Ymir's curse is getting closer and closer with each passing day. Attack on Titan has never really felt like a shonen to me, which tends to be primarily directed towards teenage dudes. It's always felt a lot darker, crueler, and more gruesome. And with the time skip, it really feels like we are much more in seinen territory, which are manga primarily directed towards dudes in their 20s to 50s. Definitely don't expect Eren to talk about the power of friendship. We see Porco using the Jaw Titan that Ymir had, to destroy railways. The theme of advancing technology and where that leaves the Eldians is very much present in this final season. It is only a matter of time until technology surpasses the power of Titans. Think of planes that can drop bombs that can wipe out humanity on the island in one shot. Titans are still very much an important factor in this season, but the advancing technology adds even more urgency and even greater feelings of entrapment. After all, if technology renders Titan power obsolete, why would Marleyans and others want to keep these people they view as monsters alive? This version of the Jaw Titan has a hardened face and is arguably more powerful than Ymir's version. As we'll figure out, it's very powerful in its own way. Its claws and jaws can even cut through the crystal material that Titan users like Annie can use to surround their human bodies. We haven't seen any other Titan be capable of scratching that material, so that really is insane, not to mention that the Jaw Titan is supposed to have speed and to be the swiftest Titan too. I'm not going to go into crazy detail about the Titans, I'll just highlight some key points about them in this video. If you want a more detailed breakdown, you can check out my all 9 Titans and their powers explained video, or find a video about the specific Titan that you want to learn more about, links in the description. It's great to finally see this all animated because it really gives a better sense of the size of the Titans. The cart Titan is seen and people look like bugs around it. We also get a good look of its armor and how soldiers are shooting guns from atop its back. Think back how crazy this would have seemed during the first season. We now have what appear to be machine guns being shot from a cooperating Titan's back that's wearing real armor. We're told there's a new world and we catch glimpses of the continent and the Marleyan warriors and candidates heading to the Liberio internment zone where Grisha was from. The name Liberio originates from the Latin word liber, which I have no idea if I said it right, but the important thing is it means free. So again, we have the idea of freedom being brought up. It is a deeply ironic name in this case, since this so-named City of Freedom has an internment zone in it, and the Eldians are treated as anything but free. We see Porco, the user of the Jaw Titan, and Peak, the female user of the Cart Titan, another waifu candidate for the Attack on Titan fandom. She actually needs help to walk on 2 legs after being the Cart Titan for long enough. The Cart Titan is known for its endurance, and the user can maintain their Titan form for way longer than any other Titan, and as we all know, it can also carry things like a cart. Peak is also intelligent. There's a lot to her character and plenty to like. We see what looks like Gabby and Falco clashing. They are both trying to inherit the armored Titan, but for different reasons. Gabby actually wants it, while Falco, even though he's young too, is not as brainwashed. He wants it so that Gabby doesn't have to become a Titan. He wants to save her from that fate. So it's quite the love story between them. It's interesting how it's set up that they are competing, but both actually are seeking what they think is in the best interest for Gabby. A baseball flashes on screen, which a lot of people would probably be surprised by. This is a reference to Zeke's mentor and the previous user of the Beast Titan. They used to play catch together, passing the ball back and forth. In a way, Zeke's mentor also passed on his philosophy to Zeke, along with his Beast Titan powers. I talk about this side of the story in detail in my Zeke's Twisted Philosophy Explained video, link in the description. But long story short, I completely disagree with Zeke's philosophy, but his backstory does a great job of helping you understand how he came to adopt it. The idea of saving the world is mentioned, and that's another thing that's constantly popping up in Attack on Titan. Everyone is trying to save the world in their own way, and ironically, those clashing philosophies are what keep the world at war and keep it from actually being saved. We have Reiner thinking about dying before Ymir's curse even kicks in. He takes a rifle and makes it seem like he's gonna shoot it, and we even hear what sounds like it could be a gunshot. Of course, manga readers know he doesn't do it, but Reiner's mental health, or lack thereof, is definitely something that keeps coming up. Up to this season, his personality split because of the amount of trauma, guilt, and PTSD he was dealing with. Although he's working against Eren, you can't help but empathize with Reiner after you learn everything about him and his backstory. Like most others, he's trying to do the best he can, and he's not under the illusion that he's a good guy or that his enemies are the bad guys. He hates himself, but he just didn't see another way. Just as the Islanders fought for their own, Reiner and the other warriors are fighting for their own families who are pretty much hostages of the Marleyans. Few anime depict the complexities of war as well as Attack on Titan in my view, and this is going to be especially the case with this last season. Then we see Eren's Titan at Marley on the continent. That's when Eren just heads there by himself, infiltrates them, and starts to attack on his own, getting to them before they could get to him kind of thing. The last of the 9 Titans to be revealed fights him. It's in the possession of the Tiber family, and its powers are actually pretty epic. It's called the Warhammer Titan, and it can form weapons, and these weapons can take the form of what looks like earthbending too. It can create a warhammer, an arrow launcher, spikes from the ground, big or small, a sword, and so on. What's more, the user can chill in an Annie-esque crystal in the ground while operating this Titan by means of a cord connected to its leg. This means that this Titan shifter is pretty much unbeatable without the Jaw Titan, who can actually break through that hard crystal. This fight is definitely going to be one of the highlights of the final season. We then see that the Survey Corps have come to back up Eren, even though they didn't want to invade at all. Since Eren has the Attack Titan and Founding Titan power, he is the single most important chess piece on the board, and so if he decides to do something stupid, he can make the Survey Corps support him against their will because they just can't lose him. For this reason, we see a lot of Eren acting unilaterally, aka on his own, not really caring if others understand what his true plan is. We also see grown Mikasa, which is cool. Mikasa forever best girl in Attack on Titan. You can definitely tell how much older she looks too. Like Harry Potter, it feels like the maturity of the story is aging with the characters as well. We're told that the truth will be questioned. Another common theme in Attack on Titan. What is the truth? Who gets to decide what the truth was? It seems like history has been decided by the victors at this point, and we'll see if Eren and the others manage to somehow break the cycle of deceit. We're shown Armin, who was about to use the explosion ability of his colossal Titan, something we'll get to see in the new season. Titan battles are emphasized in this trailer, and that will be an epic part of the final season, although there will also be plenty of politics as well. We even see Levi slicing up Titans, something that will happen later on when he's taking care of Zeke, and believe it or not, Zeke will actually get the better of him in that one. Although in general, Levi has tended to wreck Zeke in conflicts. The voice of the Tiber in the trailer says that Eren Yeager stole the Founding Titan and positions him in the role of villain. Eren Yeager is the one keeping the world from peace according to Tiber. And this view of Eren being the final villain of the series is also going to be emphasized in this season. Eren starts acting on his own, he antagonizes Mikasa and Armin, and his actions lead to many people's deaths. Currently in the manga, our main characters aside from Eren are trying to figure out how to stop Eren from destroying the world. And he supposedly wants to destroy the world so that it will finally stop targeting the Eldians on the island. I don't think Eren actually plans to destroy the world. I've been thinking for a long time that he's going to take the hate of the world on himself, Lelouch from Code Geass style, and then sacrifice his own life in order to diffuse the hate to an extent. After all, could the world want to kill the island dwellers if they stop the big bad Eren from killing them and all their loved ones? In theory, that could create a basis on which to try to create a more peaceful world. However, will we actually see Eren die, and will such a plan work in the Attack on Titan world where a new conflict always seems to pop up no matter what? That remains to be seen. All I know is that I'm extremely excited to see how this will all wrap up. Let me know what you think, including your craziest theories for the ending, because with a series like Attack on Titan, I don't think anything would surprise me at this point. The only other thing in the trailer that especially stands out to me is the image of Ymir, the founder. We will be learning more about her history, and we'll even see her as a player in the Attack on Titan story after thousands of years, which is very exciting. We also see shots of the final battle, which is taking place on the island too, so we'll definitely be finishing up everything this season, even though the manga hasn't even ended yet. This trailer is practically caught up to the manga. We're told in the trailer that this will be the last attack, and that brings us back to the name Attack on Titan, and the idea that perhaps sometimes doing something is the way to bring about change rather than passively waiting and hoping for change to come about on its own. Whatever happens, Eren was someone who refused to sit by and do nothing while other people decided his fate and the fate of his loved ones. Whether right or wrong, he did something, and soon enough, we'll see how that works out for him. And that is it for this video, where I discussed the trailer a bit and talked about the end of Attack on Titan, one of my favorite manga ever. It's been a crazy ride over the years, and it's probably gonna get even crazier before it's over. If you want to see more Attack on Titan videos on this channel, the best you could do is Warhammer smash that like button and share this video. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial. Ring that notification bell or you will miss future Attack on Titan videos. Leave suggestions for what type of topics you still want me to cover in the comments, and be sure to check out our Titanic playlist of Attack on Titan videos. Link in the description. Lastly, the YouTube ad rates have significantly dropped recently, so the help and support we're getting from our AnimeUproar patrons is now more important than ever. A very special thank you goes out to our patrons over on Patreon who help us survive these YouTube issues and who help make videos like this one possible. First and foremost, I want to thank the legend acknowledged by Lord Twigo himself, Efren A, and the 1-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans: Steven Ingrata, Alola Anatem, The World, Steelers, Acquire Respect, Pate Hefa, Jonathan King, Desi D, Brandon Aviles, Papa Smurf, The School Bus, Emperor Otaku, and Richie Martinez. And our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, iSparky65, Cricket XP, Ted No Ted, Joe Stanton, Barry Gucci, Alicia Actor, Animal69, Jessica Kayla Fawn, Hinokami and Water, Bonnie Park, Zodiar12, Rathuin, Deora, Tien Huang, Mitch Loves Anime, Cynical, Kraken, and JCC Waka. Thank you all so much. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord, where we talk about anime life and, of course, dank memes. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also now join the YouTube channel and support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.